Okay, I'm Colby. I'm going to show you how to fletch an arrow. This is a carbon arrow. We're going to use 2-inch blazer vanes. They're 2 inches. I use these a lot on almost all my arrows. It's called a fletching. Point of a fletching is to keep your arrow flying straight. Here's a fletched arrow that I did with the fletching jig. Now, see how they're on a little bit of a curve down? It's called the helix, and it makes the arrow spin faster as it flies through the air. Faster it spins, better accuracy you have, the straighter your arrow flies. Okay, it's a fletching jig. How it works is that this is a magnet and this is a clamp, and on the clamp I've marked where I want my fletching jig to be. Okay, it opens, see, it's got a magnet on the other side, which the magnet connects to the magnet. Okay, so what we're going to do is take your feather. You're going to put the end so the end is right lined up with your mark that you made. Then what you want to do is you get out your fletching glue or make sure I use this Fletch Tight. It's pretty good. There's other stuff too, tons of different glues, fletching glues that you could buy anywhere. What you do is there's a little groove on it, and you take the glue and you put it right along that little groove, and then you just kind of spread it out on there, make sure you got it all. Then we take this, put our arrow in the fletching jig. Okay, and make sure this clicks 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Each one of those clicks is where you want to put a fletching. So you leave it on. Make sure it's clicked. Make sure that clicks onto the magnet. Make sure you're lined up, and then you're gonna give it a little pressure. And you usually want to let it dry about 2 or 3 minutes for each feather I do, just to make sure when I take it off it's good. Okay, it's been about a minute and a half. Okay, what you do is when you take it off, you open the clamp first, then pull up. Make sure you pull straight up so you don't move the fletching anywhere. Okay, now what you want to do is turn it so it clicks again. So this way that's what it already knows. It shows where your next fletching is going to go, so they're evenly spaced. We're going to do the same thing. Put the fletching so it's lined up with that last line I put. Okay, see how that's like that. Then what we do is apply some glue to there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Make sure it clamps, make sure you're lined up with everything, and then just push down a little bit slow. You don't want to put too much pressure on it. And then kind of just clean up that excess glue. You have 2, I usually do. You have 2 green, and I usually do white, or you can do crazy colors and everything. But make sure you have, well, you don't have to. Do 2 and 1 the other color if you want, so you know that, see how the white lines up with my knock, where my knock's going to be. So my arrow will be knocked down like that, and then I know that the white feather always goes up. So that's what I'm doing with this one that I'm fletching now. Okay, remember, open the clamp first, pull off. There you go. Turn it so it clicks. And do another green. Okay. So that goes on. Lined up with that. Okay. And glue. Much came out. Okay. And we're going to put it on the jig. Clicks onto the magnet. And we push it down a little bit. Okay. And you let it dry. That's drying. This is also a carbon arrow. Looks like wood. See, these are my dad's. These are feathers. See the difference how they're. These are usually used for, you shoot a longbow or traditional or recurve, whatever. Use these. I think these are what, 5 or 6 inch feathers. See, now look at the helix on those. See how they curve? They form like a big spiral. Because what they do is that, because a longbow doesn't shoot as fast, as a recurve. As a compound bow. So you want it to spin even faster than the other ones. So those are those. Okay, this is dry. Open, pull straight off, and there you go. Take that out. You got a nice fletched arrow. See? And the trick that you should do is put a little dab of glue at the start of each fletching. So this way they don't start to come apart there. If they go in deeper on a target or something, they don't get ripped off. Okay, now remember, you don't have to do this. I only do this because you could do different colors and stuff like that. And I like to do it, it's easy to know how to do it in case, you're shooting practice arrows, and this is practice arrows, and one of your fletchings gets broke or something, you don't have to go buy a new arrow, you just fletch it. Those, you could do this, fletch an arrow, or you can go buy arrows that are already fletched, or these are my hunting arrows. You could use quick fletch, these are called. They're little plastic sleeves kind of with fletchings already glued onto them, and you slide them over the top and you just dip them in hot water for a couple seconds, and the water heats it up and it glues on automatically. So that's it. I like to use those.